Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Stalk My Closet. Thanks a lot for liking our videos and do subscribe our channel if you haven't already, and also click the bell icon to get the new video notification. We also have another channel named Easy Sewing Tutorials where you can watch our sewing tutorials in Hindi, so check it out as well. Link is in the description box. In today's video, I'm sharing this beautiful lace top which is very easy to make, so let's get started. This is the measurement I'm using. You can adjust it according to your requirement. And to make this top, I'm using rayon fabric, which is 1.75 meter of fabric, and white lace fabric. It's just leftover fabric. Firstly, I have folded the fabric by half in length. Now hold one corner and fold it towards opposite side like this to form a triangle. Change the direction of fabric like this. So this is length now. I'll cut the bottom of top from this part, and also I'll separate this to make yoke out of it. To cut the yoke, I have folded the fabric in width. This is double layer of fabric. Now I'll mark the length of the yoke, which is 7.5 inch. I'll add half inch seam allowance for top and half inch for bottom, so I'll mark a point at 8.5 inch. Now I'll just leave half inch on the top. For shoulder, take half of your shoulder width. In my measurement, shoulder width is 13.5 inch. Half of it would be 6.75 inch. I'm adding 0.25 inch to it, so I'll mark a point at 7 inch. Neck width is 3 inch. From this point, mark half inch downwards for shoulder slope and join these points. Now from this point, I'll mark armhole, and for that take half of your armhole round. In my measurement, armhole round is 14 inch. Half of it would be 7. I'll deduct half inch as this is sleeveless top. Join these points. Now from this point, I'll mark 1 inch inwards, and I'll join these points too. Now I'll make the armhole curve. For chest, I'm adding 2 inch of ease. In my measurement, chest is 31 inch. So 31 plus 2 is 33, and dividing it by 4, I'll get 8.25 inch. Now, as this is curved yoke, so for center, I'll keep it 9 inch. And for sides, I'll take it 8.5 inch. And also I'll add 1.5 inch for seam allowance. Now I'll join these points with a slight curve. So this is the yoke. Now I'll cut the bottom. So this is the triangle we made for bottom. Now I'll place the yoke where I'll get the full width and little bit extra. Now from the top, I'll mark the length, which is 25 inch. And also shoulder to hip measurement, which is 21 inch. Now I'll extend these lines. This is A-line top, so I'll keep the scale in that shape only. And I have also marked hip measurement point just to make sure it's enough loose from there also. Now measure the length from here and mark the same point on the opposite line. And join it to the bottom with a slight curve. I'll leave ½ inch of seam allowance. I'll leave ½ inch on the top and I'll cut it. So cutting is completed. Now for front yoke, I'm also adding the lace fabric. To cut the front armhole curve, I've separated the back and now I'll cut it. This is the leftover lace fabric. I'll just place the front yoke on the lace fabric and now I'll cut it. So I have cut it and this is how it looks. And with this, cutting is completed. Now I'll stitch the top. Firstly, I'll attach the lace and yoke fabric together. And for that, I have pinned it up. Now I'll make a stitch. Now I'll attach the bottom with the yoke. I have marked the center on both pieces. Now place the yoke on the bottom, right sides facing each other. Now I'll trace the curved shape of yoke on the bottom also. And I'll pin it up. And I'll make a stitch in this shape and then I'll trim the excess fabric. So I have made a stitch. Now I'll trim the excess fabric and overlock it. I overlocked it and now keep the seam allowance direction upwards and I'll make a top stitch. I made a top stitch. Now we have 2 inch extra fabric on both sides. For back, I'm just trimming it, but for front, I'll use it to make little bit of gathers at the center. So this is the front. I made notch on the center and add 2 inch on both sides. Now I'll add few gathers to it. So I have attached front yoke and bottom also. Now I'll cut the front neckline, which is round shape. Width is 3 inch and depth is 7 inch. I have added 0.5 inch for seam allowance. And now similarly I'll cut the back neckline. Back depth is 5 inch. I've cut the neckline and now I'll stitch the shoulder slope on both sides, and then I'll finish the neckline and the armholes with the bias strip, which I have already shared earlier. I'll share the link in the description box. You can check it out from there. I have finished the neckline and armholes. I made stitch on the back bias strip. For front, I'll make the hem stitch by hand as it will look more neat. And then I'll stitch the side fitting seam on both sides. Now I'm finishing the bottom of the top. So my top is completed and this is how it looks. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.